Ho ho! Alright, there we are. We're live. Man, I had some caffeine today. I'm feeling wired, man. Woo! It is Thursday. We like Thursday. It's a good day of the week, especially Thursday night. Tends to go a little crazy. We just got our OP11 in. We also got a pretty good restock on Pokemon Battle Partners. I think it's called Battle Partners, right? So that restock just came in. Let's go ahead and grab this. One Piece has been the second biggest TCG behind Pokemon. So for whatever reason, people really like this. We are. And we're going to say, what shall we say? Well, One Piece OP11. Okay, that just arrived. One Piece OP11. And we're going to say a few tag slabs still for sale. A few tag slabs left. Tag slabs sold out yesterday. We just sold like all of them. Wow. So, but you know, I think it was what I graded that was so attractive. I graded primarily ARs from these new modern sets, and they were all 10. So people were really vibing, digging that. We don't typically do that with PSA. We send like a lot of poker cards and tops cards to PSA. So we're going to have to do that again. We're going to have to get more of those ARs graded. One Piece, OP11, a few tag slabs left. Today it's supposed to be a giveaway. I think we're going to really do the giveaways tonight. We're going to focus on doing them tonight. Temps to plummet. Really? Is it getting cold? Ah, I was hoping it was getting warm. Alright. Saturday and Sunday are cold? That sucks, bro. Oh, I just want a warm weekend so I can go outside. It's terrible. Let's see. One Piece OP11, a few tag slabs left, and hot breaks as usual. Live card shop. All right, that's good enough. We always have hot breaks, so I'm starting to feel like maybe that shouldn't be in the title. All right, let's go ping the Discord server. Looks like Alex is about to ping the Discord server. I'll just drop a link over here as well. I got an email from Monster Hunter. The Capcom team is going to mail me a cool thing in the mail, I believe. Address required, Monster Hunter Wilds project. They're asking me for a jacket size. To celebrate the game officially being out, Capcom is sending a care package with goodies. Very cool. From the limited N2 Hunter Wilds collection. Let's see what it is. Oh, they got some cool looking jackets. What sizes do they actually offer? They offer... Okay. I actually, you know what? I'm going to tell him... Let's see. Let's see. Oop, closing this. Oh, how do I get back into my email? Oh, there we go. All right. So there we go. Back into here. Looks like I'm getting a free jacket. That's really cool. So we need to get the price on OP11. Let's see what that price on OP11 is. We are going to know in 1 second what that price needs to be. Clicking on this. Clicking on that. One Piece OP11. Probably pretty popular because I had a couple people asking about it. Whenever you get a couple people asking about a set, it means somebody wants that set. What's the name of this new set? Is it called... What's the name of the new OP11 set? One Piece OP11. Fist of the Divine. Okay, it's called Fist of the Divine. It looks like we're going to do $4 a pack on it, okay? $4 a pack, Divine Fist. That's OP11. Now, I have a limited number of box cases of this after we did not get an enormous number. Let's see, 4 times 24, right? 4 times 24, $96 box. So that's pretty standard, it seems, for one piece. We do a lot of $4 packs for these. It's about a retail price, isn't it? Okay, good. It looks like we're ready to go. We got some calm Pokemon music playing. I love Pokemon music. So good. All right. Oh, and the guy just confirmed. All right, perfect. So we're getting a Monster Hunter jacket, guys. How cool is that? All right. So let's take these down. I know Sarah Dusenberry is going to be looking at these going, she'll be licking her lips. Very nice. So one of the giveaways, by the way, was for girls only. This was the girls only giveaway. And we need to start writing names down. I know Tammy's a girl. Tammy, you got to go on. Sarah's a girl. I believe Silver Umbreon's a girl. Mary's a girl, of course. Everyone knows this. Who else is a girl? Name some girls for me, guys. 6, obviously. 6 is a girl. Oh, I should have put 6 on 6. Here, you're on 6. So, you're on 6. Number 5 should be who? Hi, I'm a girl. Mike's side's not a girl. Let's see. Mike's side, you've sent me pictures of your weenie. I know you're not a girl. My daughter's name and my username. Alania. Does Alania collect Pokemon, Mr. James? Beatrice Monas is a girl. Yeah, that's a good one. Beatrice. We like Beatrice. 6, 7. Elizabeth is a girl. Okay. Alexis is a girl. That's true. Alexis. All right. Alex PSX. Mister, I've been telling you for years that I'm a girl. What? Alicia's a girl? Here you go, Alicia. It's kind of cool because sometimes you think of Pokemon cards as like a stinky guy thing, but there's girls, right? They're real. There's real girls out here. Who else? I suspect Hippo Fat's a girl. Number 10. Hippo Fat. Because she mentions her husband sometimes. She's got a huge collection. Okay, Alania is a girl. That's a good name. All right, let's see. Are we missing any girls? We're up to 12. What are the girls? I got Mary, don't worry. Mary's on here. Other girls. Oh, yes, Jennifer Yap. We can't forget Jen. Jen, of course. Jennifer Yap is, of course, a girl. The doctor said I'm a girl with an extra package. I don't know. Teresa McHaney. Yes, Teresa McHaney. All right. Am I missing anyone? Did I get Sarah on here? Yeah, Sarah's on here. Shouty Low. She went on first. I'm a girl, Poppy's wife. I was fixing to say, LMAO, we can't be forgetting Jen. I cannot forget Jen. I'm just stupid sometimes as well. Can't really think of anyone else. All right. So, where's my dice? Alexis. Yes, Alexis made it on. What's your opinion on tag grading? Thinking of sending my cards there. They're all right. I think PSA is still probably the actual best move. PSA has so much longevity. They've been doing it for so long. You might use tag grading for maybe like modern cards that you want to have graded quickly. So that might be an argument for them. However, if you're going to grade like really substantial cards where the value is really up there and you need people to pay a lot of money for them, the trusted brand's going to be PSA, right? Like Gold Star Gyarados. You think I'm buying tag Gold Star Gyarados 10 for $20,000? No, I'm not risking $20,000 on an experiment. So we're going to go with PSA, right? So that's how I feel about it. Tag grading's a lot like many of the other startups. Really, the companies I respect the most are PSA, CGC, which is a branch of NGC, the famous coin company. BGS, they've been at it a long time. They got the black label. And SGC, they've been at it a long time too. And guess what? They're owned by PSA. So it's the same company now. So that's it for me. Tag is sort of like a pop-up. Well, no, apparently Tag's been around for a little while. Maybe they just never graded Pokemon. But they've been really rising in popularity, I think, because of their transparent slabs. So I think that's been doing it. All right, I didn't see any other names. Landing on 2, that is Sarah Dusenberry. Sarah's just having good luck lately. Miss Sarah. Wow. Miss Sarah, let's get it open, Sarah. That was purchased by Anonymous for you to do a giveaway. Mr. Anonymous also, he purchased a secondary box for all of you guys, which we'll be handing out later tonight. Today, One Piece OP11 is in, and I imagine the stream will be busy with One Piece OP11 orders. Oh wow, thank you. It's so nice. Let's see what we got. I've been buying up SGC lately. They're still relatively cheap. Sometimes you can find a good SGC slab with a big difference in price between the PSA 10 and the SGC 10. You have to be careful, though, because when you go to sell those, it is not as easy to sell. That's the problem. So when you sell a PSA 10, that's the easiest slab to sell. But when you start coming out with these other brands, people kind of look at it and question it. So PSA has the power. It has the brand power. The other companies don't come close. And I'm not a PSA fanboy. I really am not. I'll grade with any company. So I'm not a PSA fanboy. However, I just know how it feels to sell the other cards. I'm aware of how it feels. It's difficult. You offer PSA 10, it sells. You offer something that isn't PSA 10, it doesn't sell. Simple as that. And so that is why I follow that information. Can you just cross-grade SGC with PSA? Probably in a lot of cases you can, but probably not in all cases. So I don't know. Like, for example, PSA didn't always own SGC, and so in the past, that might not have been, a true PSA 10 in their holder. So PSA might reject some SGC slabs. But if you can cross-grade all SGCs to PSA 10s, that'd be really interesting. But I bet PSA won't allow that. That's one of the reasons why they're such a good company, is because they'll prioritize being correct about the grade over being convenient for the customer. And that's very important, obviously, for grading. Absol in this box. All right, we got 2 ARs, Cleffa and the Palofin. Ooh, nice Charizard coming out, too. That's lovely. Okay. For small value cards under $100, you think it would be worth it? Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're just wanting to try out another company, that's what we did here. We did some cheap slabs, and yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. We are probably going to focus on PSA a lot, though. Like, I just did a 200 card submission to PSA, and it basically cost this, it's very similar to, I'm pretty sure it's the same exact price. So if tag grading was a lot cheaper than PSA, then maybe tag grading would be making more sense. By the way, CGC is cheaper than PSA. So if you want cheap grading, CGC not only is cheaper, but they've got the pristine grade, right? Tag doesn't offer pristine. So CGC kind of makes sense in a certain way too, but the CGC 10 maybe doesn't look as good as a tag 10. So it's an aesthetics problem for CGC. But CGC could copy tag grading like that. It wouldn't be hard at all. So we don't know what's going to happen next. And remember, the number one thing you're buying from a company is the grade itself. So that's very important to me. And I want to make sure that wherever I send my cards, I'm optimizing for income. To be honest, if I was to optimize for income, it would just be PSA. That's it. PSA. You're going to get the most from PSA. All right, here it is. PSA, followed probably by, if you could consistently get Black Label, BGS. PSA, BGS in that order. And then in third place, CGC, who no longer offers a perfect grade. Big mistake. They should have kept their perfect grade. So that's my opinion on CGC right now. As for their aesthetic quality, their slab is still very pretty. They got really clear slabs, clearer, I'd say, than the tag slabs. But the problem with their slabs is maybe the labels. People prefer no label versus some label. You know what I mean? All right, look at all that. That was really nice stuff. You got a little gloom at the end. All right. 21 likes. Is there a goal or something? The goal is, well, the goal for every stream is always 145 viewers and 85 likes. If you guys get these goals, I do giveaways, just automatically, whether there was supposed to be one or not. So, Miss Seva, Miss Alexis is coming in on Friday. So Alexis will be in Friday to do the shipping. Blue label CGC slabs were much nicer, though. Yeah, you know, it's weird. I look at them sometimes and I feel like you might be right. I actually feel like you might be right. Initially, I thought black labels, black and white, made sense because those are like mute colors, correct? I just wrote down NHCC. This is Sarah's bag. So initially, I thought black and white would do well, but I sort of liked how the blue label had a personality to it almost, whereas black and white is so basic. And for whatever reason, PSA does well, and their color's red. So red and blue could have made a lot of sense. So I wonder if CGC is kicking themselves at all over the changes. But CGC going from blue labels with a perfect grade to black and white label with only a pristine might have been a downgrade. Not to mention, when they made this colossal change, they did another thing. They took a bunch of 5.5s and turned those into 10s. And some of those 9.5s were correct to upgrade. Some were not correct to upgrade. That's the big deal. Some of those should have stayed 9.5s. They should have regraded them at the time that the label change occurred. Instead, they did kind of a big handout to their customers saying, you know what? We just want to give you a handout as a customer and make you feel like we're giving you something. Because maybe they were worried we wouldn't like the change, or I don't know. Maybe they're trying to attract us to them. But if it hurts the brand's image as a source of reputable, consistent 10s, that is no good. Because that's all a grading company is the value of its brand almost. All right, back to it. We got NH. Did you guys like that conversation? That's why you guys come here for these in-depth analysis and opinions on what's going on in the hobby. I've got all of this opinion because I'm deep in it. I'm in the thick of it. I work on it all day and I think about it all day. So this is a good place to be if you have questions like that. And my knowledge could be very valuable for you because unlike video games where knowledge just helps you get a high score, knowledge in the card hobby makes you real money. Here's NHCC. Oh wait, he's buying I didn't need to write that down. He's buying this guy. All right, this is sold. Here you go. Very nice. Very good. Blue labels pop more with the clear slab, and didn't they take the pristine grade and get rid of it? Big mistake. No, the pristine grade's still around. It's actually the perfect grade they got rid of because they said it was like redundant or something like that. And at first you're like, yeah, maybe. But then when you start grading with them and you realize in the past, occasionally you would get a perfect grade. Now you don't. You realize there's been a loss in the value of the grading. So they should have kept it. They should have kept it. BGS has still got it. So I grade with BGS now. Let me show you. I grade with BGS and Black Label makes me money. So, they got their pristines. I got all these Hello Kitties to still sell. I guess I'm slow about it. Let's see, where's a Black Label? By the way, if you want any of these Hello Kitties, let me know. Like this My Melody. This is a special rarity. It's an SP. I should crack that. That should be regraded with PSA because 9.5 will probably turn into a PSA 10. That's a nice looking card. We don't want to sell it. Here we are. So check this out. Black Label is a big deal. Still makes people pokey wet. Look at this. That is a selling point for BGS. It's not just a Black Label. It's actually black and gold, if you pay close attention to what's going on. It's a Black Label with gold writing in it. This brings in big money, and it has not slowed down. It's proven itself over time. Also, having the subgrades there, and it says 10, 10, 10, 10, that just brings in the buyers, man. It gets them. They go, I got to have that. So that's the perfect black label. BGS did a mistake when they got rid of that. They should have kept that for their own company. That was a mistake. That should have been their focus. They should have been like, this is very important to us, in fact. We were cracking open a tag slab yesterday. Let's see how easy. By the way, that black label Hello Kitty is for sale if you're interested in it. Let's see how hard this is to crack open. I can't remember what I had to do here. I think this is actually very similar to a one of their slabs. So let's see. Excuse me there. So let's see. What I like to do, I like to weaken the edge of the whole slab. That's what I like. I don't necessarily like to break the plastic edge of the whole slab. I just like to weaken it so that the whole thing has been weakened all the way around. Because you got to make sure you extract the card without damaging it. You know, that's the job. Ooh. Okay. There it is. See, that's what I'm looking for. Use these teeth on this wrench. All right. I don't actually break a lot of Beckett slabs because it's very rare for me to break a card out of a Beckett slab. Usually what I do is I just regrade them. So I use the crossover option. But this is a good opportunity to show you guys a BGS slab getting cracked. All right, my favorite tool is this little small, whatever this is, wedge. So we had trouble with this last time, is what I recall. Seems like a good way to cut your hand, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like BGS slabs are harder to crack into. Let's do some more damage up by the label. See what we can get done over here. All these little plastic bits flying around could poke you in the eye and do a lot of damage. So please, if you're ever breaking these at home, wear safety goggles. Have an adult do it. Don't do it if you're a kid. Have a place and a way to clean up the mess, because these shards can give you a splinter. There you go. All right. There you go. Got it. So that's gone. That should be cross-graded into PSA and try for the PSA 10. PSA's gotten stricter with their grades, so we don't know if you'll necessarily get a 10. Ugh. All right, what'd you guys do? You guys like that? Is that fun to watch? Getting cards to grade 10 is like it's like a skill. It's like a refining process. It's like trying to get dirty gems and turn them into diamonds, you know? That's why they like to use terms like gem mint, right? It's a good term. People like that term. It's like a refining process. So this card came back 9.5, and we don't like that. We want this to come back a 10. Okay. Mr. Use the slab crackers I gave you. Oh yeah, we still need to test that, don't we? I don't know if I like this holder that BGS puts its cards into, the sleeve. Not a big fan of the sleeve. My Melody will be regraded with PSA, and if we are lucky, PSA will hand out a 10, and then it will be quite a bit more valuable than a Beckett 9.5, because the truth is people don't buy Beckett 9.5s for a good price. They do buy them when they seem to be a steal, but they don't buy them when they're full price. So people don't like full price. All right, let's take a look at your orders now. You guys have been waiting long enough, right? Let's go ahead. Let's see what we got. We took care of NHCC. He purchased the Dusclops. We have Hathim, 3 Nikkeis. 3 Nikkeis. You got it. Oh, that's Attack on Titan. That's not what we want. Nikkei's kind of running low, to tell you the truth. Can you see the top left corner? What's your favorite card in OP11? We are. All right. Very nice. Let's see. Give me a moment here. Are people buying Hello Kitty slabs? They look super cute. Very nice. Mr. Thim. Toss that over there. And we'll grab these 3. Very nice. Mister, I might be getting my job back, says Brandon. Ooh, that'd be really good. I hope you do. Did you try that trick I mentioned? Go into every social media account you own and delete anything that might have been political in nature, and then post yourself wearing a red hat. That might work. Worth a shot, even if you don't like Trump. If you like your job, it might be a clever trick. That's what I'd be doing. If I was a full-blown Democrat and I hated that guy's guts, but I wanted to be paid my my job and all that, I'd be taking a picture and smiling. I'd be like, look at me. Because I bet you they're looking for that. Bet you they got a guy checking those things. Here we are. Ooh. All right. Damn, mister, you are right. I know, I'm smart. I'm a smart cookie. That's why I got where I'm at in life. You gotta be smart all the time. Take a red hat picture, smiling, thumbs up. And you take it off and you can set it on fire if you hate them. But really all you have to do is outlast them. So you'll be gone in 4 years. So I'd be taking that picture and be like, if your friends ask about it, be like, I'm looking to keep my job. All right. Mr. Steven Sistrunk, paying down the Dratini. All right, here we go. So Steven Sistrunk, let's grab, click, jump it over here. Under Slab away. We're going to grab this, going to 580. Boop. Paying down the Dratini. Let's go. Why do you have multiple accounts trying to dodge the feds? Can you believe all types of playing cards with anything like Spider-Man, Mickey Mouse are sold out, especially Uno cards? What? Hoping you'll get it back with no issues, Brandon. All right. Mr. Tyler says, can we open packs for you to open? Yeah, that's kind of what we do here, Tyler. That's exactly what we do. I started doing this 6 years ago. In fact, when I started, no one else was doing it. So it's kind of fun. You come back here and expect me to be live and run my little thing. And we've just been doing it a long, long time. We have a nice little community over here that's kind of permanent. Doesn't seem to go away even when I scare everyone away with my bad political takes. So my psychopath personality. So next up, we've got Garrett Nadal. 2 boxes of OP11. Use my $25 store credit. Ooh, starting heavy. Okay, Mr. Garrett Nadal. We're going to get those OP11 boxes now, guys. Got to do the Trump dance also. We are all right. Ooh. So those tag slabs yesterday, man, they just sold. They basically all sold. I mean, you guys are looking at some of all that's left. They were selling, man. They were all really affordable slabs. with great artworks. And so that's probably part of it. People just enjoy having lots of cheap but attractive looking options. And I had not been doing that. Here goes Garrett. Let's get to it, guys. We're at 30 minutes in. I probably should have been focusing on this, not the BGS thing. You ready? Let me turn this music down a little bit. This is that Pokemon music, right? All right. Do you still have a Magneton? There might still be one on the table. I'm not sure. I suspect there is one. Although I wouldn't mind putting it in the Holo Shuffle because, man, the Holo Shuffle could use some love, man. Okay, snipping this. And snipping this. I want to buy something, but I'm not supposed to. Oh, life. That's how I feel. Maybe we're all shopping addicts a little bit, right? Like, you know, who do you meet at a bar? People who love alcohol. Who do you meet in a collectibles shop? People who love to shop. We all have the same vice. It's not really a vice if the cards go up in value, though, is it? All right, you ready? That's what we tell ourselves to justify it. No, but seriously, it's better than shopping for, like, let's say, clothing. Because clothing, that generally does not go up in price. Ready? Whoa, what are these outfits, man? Okay, here we are. We've got purple-haired guy, pink-haired guy. I think he was in the Netflix special, right? All right. Is it worth having my CGC 9.5 turn in for a 10? I would say so, yeah. New bag. Thank you, Garrett, for letting me know. Okay, lots of SRs popping out. So he needs 2 of these, huh? All right. If you guys don't like your holos for the one-piece card, you can donate them. There it is. Consider me your Poke investor for hire. Yeah, I am hiring officially. Here we are. Miss Alexis, I really like her, but she is moving to California. So we're staying here and she's going there. We'll just move with her. We are. Problem solved. But she was doing a really good job on the shipping. And so, unless they change their mind, I'm hiring. And probably local, though. That's my thing now. I'd probably just hire a local person. Here we are. Miss Alexis was local. Here's a holo. Alexis stream confirmed. Maybe she'll do a goodbye stream. I think that would be very fun. I'll talk to her about that. Here we are. But you know, that's kind of how life is. All right. Move around. I mean, Karis and I were talking about moving not too long ago. We're still interested in that. So if Karis and I had moved, it'd be the same thing. We'd have to find a new person to be an assistant to help out. Ooh. All right, that is box number 1, but it you know, is sad. Malibu Beach House. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking about how much taxes you pay on a Malibu Beach House. I don't think that's what Ebenezer Scrooge would buy. I think he'd buy a yucky, cold home in a place no one wants to live with no taxes. And then he'd be like, oh, my money isn't gold. Nah, I like the beach house idea a lot. But you could probably get a more affordable beach house in Florida. Florida's kind of nice, I guess. I don't like the hot weather in Florida. That's why I don't like the hot Florida. Northern Florida, though, they're a little bit cooler. That's why we're looking at Jacksonville a little bit. Also, we did an analysis of where hurricanes tend to hit the least, and Jacksonville it is. That would be the largest city with the least number of hurricanes because it's on the northern tip of Florida. It gets fewer hurricanes, but it still gets them. So, gets a hurricane every 2 to 3 years. So maybe we'd have to buy some sort of waterproof system for our cards. Gated community home with a waterproof system so that when the hurricane hits, we got like waterproof vaults. Put everything in the waterproof vaults. I guess the last thing you'd have to worry about then is looters. I don't know. Sort of waterproof vault room, maybe? Just trying to think about how to set up a lifestyle that I prefer. We are. Karis and I joke. We joke about selling the entire collection of every single card. taking all the money, buying one very nice home, and then starting all over again. Back to square one. Maybe I keep the Dragonite. That's the one card you can't replace. Kind of interesting when you think about it. Makes you realize what a grail card is and what's not. Like Dark Charizard. He might be a good investment or a good hold, or he might perform well on social media. But the bottom line is you can go replace him. He's always for sale. Same with Umbreon. The Moonbreon, you can always replace Moonbreon. Of course, one day he gets more expensive than he used to be, but you can always replace him. You cannot replace some cards. Those might be the cards that you don't want to sell ever. The ones you cannot replace. A lot of SRs coming out of these boxes. Seems like there's an equal number of SRs and Holos. Okay, like this. She moving? Just bought my Pokemon Go Fest ticket for June. Mister, I got 50K for the Dragonite right now. Sold! There are. I did have a gentleman reach out on social media to buy the Dragonite, but he was refusing to put down a price. But I think he was a business owner, so I suspect he had some money. I don't know what he was expecting. I know he initially expected to pay like 32K for it. That's probably, if I had told him 32K, it'd probably be sold right now. Cool. Holo. I mean, Raleigh got Manga. Hey, she is hella fine. All right, and here's a Holo. Whoa! Okay, and wait a second, you get a Holo too? That seems to be a change. Boa's Bay. Boa Hancock, more like Boa Penis Foot. Mister drives a hard bargain. Now, keep that Dragonite forever. That baby will cost... I don't know what it'll cost over time. I just think that it's one of those very few cards that you just can't replace. You can't replace it, and so might as well just hold it. Who cares? Who cares what it's worth? You know? Ooh, very nice. Ah. Mister, you crazy, bro. She's called Boa Hancock. Boa Foot Penis. There we go. I like that name better. All right, Garrett Nadal, new bag. Just thinking over making sure I had it formatted right in my mind. We can't replace you, mister. All right. You always get a Dawn with the Holo. Yeah, didn't you guys know that? You always get a Dawn with the Holo. I knew that, of course, being a card collector myself. All right, Garrett Nadal. I'm getting out of the card hobby. I'm going to start a tree removal business until I get nice and strong and weathered and got those rough hands. I'm tired of being the indoors guy. I'm like an indoor house cat. All right, here we are. My voice will drop. Yeah, we're going to remove some trees for you. My bush will get bushier. My beard will get bushier. I said that backward. My bush will get bushier. My beard will get bushier. I'll have to wear sunglasses all the time. It is. Yeah, that's some tree. Gonna remove it, I guess. All right, thank you. So we have Zachary. Zachary is next. We are interested in collaborating with you. What does he want? I get this all the time. We're interested in collaborating with you to feature our first-person shooter on your YouTube channel. Crazy. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw that away. I'm not going to mention which game. Zachary M. Stekskowski, 52 my slab away. I get those all the time. It's just all the time now. There's proposals to do some sort of brand thing. Mr. Zach. Couldn't be me. Oh, wait. Is it a booster pack that you were paying down? Yes, it's got to be this booster pack then. $400 remains. Wise choice. Okay. Now we have an order. Mr. Raul Mendoza, 100 towards slab away. All right, Mr. Raul Mendoza. Yeah, the Shining Steelix going to 1780. Thank you. Okay, very good. Good choice. We have Dylan Chan. He says 2 Terra Festival packs need a new bag. All right, Dylan Chan. Would you be in a game, Mr.? Oh, I'd love to be a voice actor. Do you guys think I could be a voice actor? I like the idea of the fun of trying to be a voice actor, trying to make like some sort of sound or cadence, or just like a personality like Mr. Krabs or SpongeBob or something, like trying to develop that. That sounds so fun. Yeah, I think if I had to have a job, that would be very, very fun. Ooh. All right. All right. Voice acting sounds really cool. I think many YouTubers aspire to do some voice acting because our jobs already are similar to voice acting. I want to hear Mr. Southern accent. Well, shucks. All right, Dylan Chan. But, those jobs don't pay very well, and they're so sought after, there's no way I would get a job. I'm sure I wouldn't. But if anyone's ever looking for a voice actor who would probably work for free, it'd probably be me. I'd probably do it for free, just to do it once. Maybe like a small job for an obscure character that doesn't matter. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he said new bag. I'm so stupid. All right, new bag. Maybe you're a small video game creator. I do voice acting for one game, for one, like maybe the shop guy. Just some character that's not going to be in the next game. All right. I need you in my game as Bernie Sanders. I've learned there's good money in just about everything. No, you make my ears bleed. No! All right. Here's Dylan Chan. All right. Haha. There's good money in tree removal. When I was younger, my dad and I cut down a lot of trees. He was really good at it, and he taught me a lot about it. And the reason we cut those trees up was for his wood shop. So he sold wood online, right? All the way back then. And one easy way to get a chunk of wood is to offer people to chop their tree down for them. And so we did a little bit of tree removal. It depended on what tree it was. So if it was a black walnut tree, or like just a tree that was known to be used in wood crafting, we'd be like, please, we'll remove your tree for free. We'll remove it for free. Just let us have the wood. And so we'd chop it up, and he had a really big chainsaw. It was very fast, and I helped too. And we would chop that tree down and take all the stumps away. And he knew how to cut the tree for turning it into a product. Here we are. I learned all that. All right, Last Dusclops has a signature on it now too. That's the last one. I don't have any more after this. The last two sold. I put a little signature on it because I like Dusclops. I think that's proper. Remember, people were telling me to sign like the ungraded, like Dusclops, commons, and reverse hollows. But this is a lot more fun. This is a Master Ball Dusclops, right? Did you catch that? Master Ball. It got a little signature on the case. It's not on the card. It's on the case. So it's a nice 10. I think that's the best way right there. And you're not paying anything extra for it. So that's kind of cool. Okay, Raul Mendoza, 3 Nikkeis. You got it, 3 Nikkeis. Look up Blank Shaft Shinchan. It's a small segment of the Crazy Dub. You should do tree relocating, but tell people it's removal. Just remove it to a different place in their yard. Yeah, doesn't really work that way though, because trees have roots that are unbelievably large. You couldn't do that. No such thing. Maybe if it was like a small young tree, even then it'd be difficult. What's your favorite grain of sandpaper? That is a funny question. I worked with a lot of sandpaper because I did wood turnings. And when you get to the very end, when you're about to prepare to give the your wood turning its finishing touches, you start to use, I think it's Kleenex. You start to use Kleenex at the last layer. The Kleenex will remove pieces of sawdust that are still stuck in it, but it's so soft and so fine that it leaves almost a mirror-like sheen on the actual wood turning. And from there, you're ready to do what I did. I had 2 types of varnishes, or whatever you want to call them, lacquers, waxes. I had 2 finishes. There was a clear wood turner's finish, and it was like an oil-based finish. And the point of it was to make the wood look wet, but not to really actually add any color at all. There was no color to it, colorless. And then after that was on, that would soak into the grain. And then I would do a wax finish, and we'd buff it and everything. And it was so good. So you guys have seen my wood turnings before, but you've never actually seen them when they were fresh off of the lathe. Because what happens is over time, through touching the vase with your hands, sitting out in the sun, dust collecting on it, it doesn't have that shine anymore, and you have to probably re-wax it. So if you guys could see it the day it came off the lathe, you'd be like, wow, that's crazy looking. It's brazy. I use 1 grit sandpaper. It's just as sharp as a rock. Wet wood, huh? African blackwood. Yeah, I taught you guys about that. African blackwood is a rare and valuable wood that woodturners like to use, especially people who make musical instruments. It was a dense wood that had a good quality. All right, Chen Seg Vong, 1 OP11. You got it, man. 1 box of OP11. Haha. Very good. African blackwood. You would turn it into a flute, and then you'd put your mouth on it. There you go. Now, that was real, though. It sounds like a funny, gross joke, but it's real. Very real. Here we are. Used in Scottish bagpipes a lot, by the way. If you ever look at those Scottish bagpipes, made out of African blackwood often. Popular musical instrument choice. All right. Here we are. I have black African wood. Mr. excited when he talks about it. My favorite wood was Macassar ebony. It had a brown gray sap, but then it was kind of a dark brown to black coloration in the heartwood, and I would pair it with either red heart or bloodwood or babinga. One of those 3: red heart, babinga, bloodwood. Red heart was very soft, very pliable, so it was risky to pair red heart with Macassar ebony because one was dense and the other one was not dense. This could be bad if the wood were to shrink at all. That would be bad. So bloodwood was very good. I'm a simpleton. Cherry wood's my favorite. Cherry wood's a domestic wood in America. Ooh, oh yeah. Ta-da! Cloud Guy and Nami. Plywood is my favorite. Here we are. Can't help you if you like plywood, okay? Cherry is very popular in America. It's a nice domestic softwood. That's what it'd be called. It'd be called a softwood. And that it would be used in, all kinds of projects, but typically not used in crafting. But if you could get cherry wood and it had discolorations, perhaps from ooh, here's a leader card, okay. If the wood had problems with it, discolorations, maybe from bugs, maybe a nail was put in the wood, something like that, then it might be worth working on. Other things you could do with cherry wood, you could dye it. So you could dye it red or green or yellow or something interesting. This is very common to do with maple, though. So why do it with cherry wood when you can just do it with maple? So maple was a very popular wood for dyeing. Cherry wood, maybe like a crotch table. It's actually called crotch. Isn't that funny? So, I mean, you're working with wood, might as well have something that's called crotch. So the crotch of the tree is where you would make your table, because the grain where the tree splits like this into 2 major sections, where the tree splits, the grain goes wild, and it has this really crazy wavy pattern that buyers love. So both the craftspeople, but really the end consumer, love it when the grain does that. In fact, that's what you do with black walnut. You take the crotch of the tree, and that's where you make your best craft wood cuts. That's where all the money is. The money shot. It is, because people don't like it when the grain is just like straight and normal. Boring. It's basically that's used for something like making like a wardrobe or a dresser or something. When the grain's just normal and straight, no one cares about that. You could use that in construction if you wanted. But when the grain gets all crazy, that's the money. That's where all the money is. And I bet you there's guys who cut trees down all day probably for like construction kind of projects that don't understand how much of that tree is viable for craft woodworking. So but I don't know. I haven't done it in a long time. Maybe they do know. I like this wood rant. Which wood smells the best? Well, Macassar ebony had a smell to it. They all had different smells. Oh, there is one. It's called aromatic cedar. And it has a purple coloration to it until you expose it to the sun for a while. Then it turns brown. We actually have that in our yard right now. You'll recognize them. Give me a second here. Aromatic cedar. I think it was called aromatic Spanish cedar. Aromatic cedar. Okay. Yep, there it is. It has an absolutely... Okay, here it is. So here's a guy selling aromatic cedar on eBay. See it? Now, I don't know how well the cell phone... Oh, look, in 66 carts, huh? $158 per board, kiln dried. So they used a chemical process to dry the board. Now, it looks like a nice deep purple color. However, unfortunately, it does turn brown over time. So it's not as pretty over time. But this is in many people's yards. I have a couple of these trees in my yard. And this is one of the prettiest trees in America. Very similar to Purple Heart almost. You can see there's a lot of knots in the tree trunk. That is because this kind of tree has many branches on it, so it has many small branches. This can be used in all kinds of projects, like building an outdoor bench or an indoor storage chest or something like that. A very popular American wood for woodcrafters. And so if you can just locate, like here's a little woodcraft, I don't know what that is, some kind of board. But you can see it has more of a brown color now, and it's just not as exciting as this purple. But the purple is only right after it comes out, and yeah, unfortunately, it loses that coloration over time. I wish it kept it. Maybe there's a trick to keep it. Well, one way to keep it that color is to keep it indoors. Like here's another chunk. This one's going to be called Large Eastern Red Cedar. So cedar, again, has that nice purple coloration to it. And yes, that's called the heartwood, right? So there's the sapwood, which is more of a yellow-white color. The heartwood has got that purple-reddish color. All right, Chensig Vong. My home in Texas is made of presswood. Good old Mr. Rant. That would be like a nice cutting board. Oh, it would. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I suppose if you could keep it out of the sun permanently, it might actually retain that purple coloring. And the best cuts of that tree, I mean, sell as good as maybe like an imported product from Mexico. Mexico, by the way, has like superior trees. They just do. They got the best trees, but unfortunately they're going extinct because they didn't do very good forest management. All right, let's get your bag. They got better trees than America. It's just how it is. Don't tell Donald Trump, he'll get offended. We have the best trees. Millions and millions. Trees like you've never seen. Good trees from the perspective of trees. All right, here we are. Yeah, Mexico has the best wood. You ever get that feeling when watching mystery? You sometimes remember the days of sitting in high school and falling asleep when the teacher talks about dry material? Well, I'm just talking about like cutting trees down at this point, so that's pretty something you could definitely turn on in the background, that's for sure. Not listen to it. All right, let's go ahead and rotate this. Yeah, you guys are laughing, but let me tell you something. That's real money. You might have real money in your backyard. You know how you're all looking for money? You want to buy a new Pokemon card? Well, look at this guy. This guy's just selling boards of wood for $158 for a chunk of wood. You got trees like that all over the place. That's good money. You can sell boards like that all day. You get rich. It's like, how we say cardboard gold? Well, that's wood gold, right? It's the same idea. That's craft wood worth a lot of money, and they make high-end things out of it. And even a normal person like you could just buy probably some wax because it's going to be green when you cut it down. Green means it's going to be still full of water. You take probably just a chainsaw and a bucket of wax. You just wax the boards up so that they don't crack. You sell those on eBay all day. It's as simple as that. That's what we did. And it made like $40,000 a year net profit back in the 90s. It was profitable. All right, let's see. My dad did that in his free time. He had a full-time job. So Teresa, 10 Korean Black Flame and 4 Hollow Shuffles. Ooh. What about morning wood? I have a pomegranate tree in my front yard. If I had the patience, I'd give it a try. Sure. Well, if you've ever seen a tree with like a big weird lump on the side or like some just awful strange looking thing, it's crazy. If you had the same knowledge I did about chopping these trees down, you'd know that large lump on the side of the tree could be like $2,000 because that could be like the wild grain right there. So much money in it. So much money in that chunk of tree. People don't think of it like that. It's like foraging a little bit, It's like foraging. You know how they got like people who forage for like truffles or morel mushrooms or something like that? Well, you can forage for high-end cuts of wood if you know what you're looking for. You have to know what you're looking for. Those are called. At the moment you know what you're looking for, You can just take a chainsaw and make money cutting things off of a tree. That's it. So, Korean black flame. Flame on! But it takes a knowledge of it. There we go. I sold as much of that hardwood as I do right now, Pokemon cards, so it's like I know it all. Mister's in his own. Mister, I own this very rare Asian yellow wood. Oh, no! Does it have warts on it? Because if it's got warts on it, it's worth even more. That's where the good money is. It's in the warts. That's what that's what I was referring to earlier. It's a big wart on the side of a tree. It's known as a burr. A really, really expensive one is known as a burl. A burr has no crenellations in the grain. Crenellations show up as sort of like this tight, you know, like almost like beehive pattern, okay? So those are the crenellations. That's what's famous in a burl. It's a wart on the side of a tree. If you could cut that down, you make a lot of money really fast, like finding a truffle in the woods. All right, what do we got? Yellow heart wood, good for base. Yeah, there is yellow heart, purple heart, yellow heart, red heart, which those are not the original names of those trees. So in Mexico, they had original names. I don't know them. But when they imported them here to America, we needed simpler terms. So the people who do the importing started just calling it yellow heart because the heartwood is yellow. See, I was talking about that sapwood and heartwood. The sap is, but the heartwood is yellow or purple or red. So they just call it purple, red, yellow. Yellow heart, red heart, purple heart. And, Yep. I remember being in Hibden Hardwood's factory. He's a big importer into the United States. Saw his gigantic saws that required an industrial-sized room. It's bigger than a vehicle, bigger than an SUV. Giant saws. Blow your mind how large they are. And then he had this lumber yard with actual dogs. They were like these fierce dogs to protect the lumber yard because he was scared of theft. We are. Ooh. Teresa, he had they're not the pit bulls, it's the ones with the cropped ears and they're black and brown. He had like 3 Dobermans. He had like 3 giant Dobermans hanging out in that yard. It's a big gated yard. Dobermans there to make sure no one can steal giant chunks of wood worth, you know, thousands of dollars. Teresa with the TH, really, really fascinating stuff. I learned a lot. I feel like you learn so much from that. You should go on, you know how, you know, schools do like, they do school trips to like, I don't know, some like the zoo or something like that. You should take school trips to industrial factories. You'll learn so much if you did that all day long. You'll be like, I'm ready to start my factory. We are. I don't know if schools do that, but that's what they should do. Maybe some schools do. I don't know. Industrial factories. I was young and I got a tour of the Anheuser-Busch factory too, but you can just sign up for that. Hibden, I only got to see Hibden because my dad was doing a lot of business with Hibden. My wood is worth $1,000. I believe there are some Discord messages for you. What? No warts here, says Hathim. Sorry, Hathim. No warts, no money. Is it bad if homes are made of particle boarding? Particle boarding? You mean like a lot of wood that's been pressed together? That's plywood, right? Let me look up particle boarding. We didn't specialize in any construction types of wood. Let me just see real fast. Yeah, so that's basically plywood. What's going on with plywood, they're taking the garbage pieces of the wood, grinding them down into chips, and then they cover them in a type of glue, and then a very powerful press crushes it into a board. So it's effectively similar to wood, but you wouldn't use it for like, you know, parts of your home that require certain strength and integrity. So maybe you would use it for your floor because you walk on it, but you probably wouldn't use a lot of it for like the main structure of the home. You could use it like, you know, kind of like siding. You could use it as, you know, so it takes those kind of positions where it's just like, yeah, it's a board of wood, but under a lot of pressure, it would collapse. So it's good for like the floor, basically. It's very good because you walk on it and that's not going to affect it. Talking about wood for hours, it's possible if anyone's wondering. All right, what do we got here? We've got NHCC. Give my PokeBroker Marco 2 shuffles. Oh, you got it. This is a gift from NHCC to Mr. Marco. We toured Greenfield Village. Is it bad if homes are made of particle boarding? I believe there are some Discord messages from you. We're going to take a look at that. For a second. 1, 2. I'm just soaking up all this information. Well, the reason I know a bit about the wood pressing of plywood is because there was some craft wood that used a similar technique where you would take cuts of a soft domestic tree, and what you would do is you would dye them, and then you would layer them in a special fashion. And I can't remember the name of wood that you would get out of that, but it looked really fancy, and this was often used in turnings. It's called like diamond wood or something like that. I'm trying to remember. But it's an artificial cut, you know, so it's been manufactured to be that way. Let me see if I can find it. Was it called diamond wood? It's something very similar to diamond wood. Diamond wood pen. Let me try diamond wood pen. Yes, I believe I was in the right direction. Yes, actually, here it is. So, exactly as I described it. Take a look. See these pens made out of a type of wood where the grain seems to have different bands of color? So this was done with the technique that is similar to plywood. You take thin layers of wood, dye them different colors, and then you crush them together in a machine that will then, they're soaked into glue. And when they're done, they come out as this really beautiful thing. But, so it would be cooler if you could see it as like a board or something. Blanks, diamond wood blanks, let's see. It might have gone after a different name. Might not have been diamond wood. Diamond wood might have been just one of the terms for it. Diamond wood pen blank, maybe? Might have had a slightly different name. And diamond wood might have just been one of the terms used to describe it. Yeah, I'm confident it goes under a second name. All right. Those are hella cool looking. Yeah, but we never really sold those because we thought of them as sort of like less natural, so we didn't like to sell those. But I was always curious about that kind of stuff. All right, guys. Well, we are 1 hour into the stream, and there are no orders in the queue. If you guys would like to place an order, let me go ahead and grab a box of this. I'm going to snip it open and take the first pack out. There you go. So new product, new it is. New SKU. I think that's the term they use in businesses. New SKU. We're going to take one of these stickers. Them shuffles were whack. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes the shuffles are whack. This is OP11. And it's $4. Oh, I already read that. Yeah, I have like this totally unused knowledge of woodcrafting, and it's kind of sad. It's like a skill. It's like if imagine I had all this information about selling cards, and then one day I just never sold them again. You know, take a look at that. Ooh, lovely. I believe I got some new slabs in today. Well, let me grab those too. I'm going to grab those and show them off for a second. Karis has a couple of days off. She took like a mini vacation. She's in the kitchen. She's making a pot pie, from scratch. Like she handmade the dough. I told her, I was like, you can just buy pastry. My neighbor in Kentucky would do woodwork when he wasn't in the lab. He made some cool things. Sure. Here we are. All right. Well, we made it into a small business that was very successful, so I ended up knowing everything about it. And much of the things I learned as a kid working for my dad's home business is what made me capable of starting this ribbon ship channel when there was no guides for that. There was no one to really copy off of, and I just knew how to get up and get started because I'd learned that all as a kid. So ironically, I got all this college education, and the most valuable thing was just helping my dad run a small business. Turned out that was a more valuable education. Look at this. That's a cool slab. I like it. You got 2 Gengars, 2 Haunters, and a Hoot Hoot revealing them with foresight or something like that, right? I actually watched that episode. That pot pie about to be fire. I think she's using an ingredient or a recipe. So I don't know how it will turn out, but I'm looking forward to judging it with my stomach. So this is Cardos, right? Bandai? Gengar Haunter Hoot Hoot. Let's type in Gengar Haunter. Can I find this card again? I thought this was such a cute card, but I think it's hard to find this one. I just don't see it. Let's try Gengar Haunter Cardos, maybe? Can't find it. Might be pretty rare. How many of these are there? Do you have any ponchos? I could have had as many ponchos as I wanted. I just don't like them. I never bought them. Maybe I'm not a Pikachu fan. Oh, this is only Pop 20. That's quite rare. Okay, so that's why I haven't seen this as Pop 20. I just noticed this one day and I said, oh, I'd like to have that. You got a nice Gengar and Haunter card. Story. Can't read it. All right. Bandai 2000, huh? All right, and then here's another one of these Alt-Art Mewtwo's from Pokemon Go. It's kind of like the major card from Pokemon Go. The other major card is the Secret Ditto. So I'd love to have one of those Secret Dittos. They are actually quite rare. And another one of these simple Topps Charizards. So, you know, I just thought these were kind of cheap, so I decided to grab one or two. Transparent Charizard from Topps. One of the reasons I was thinking about that was because I can't really source any Topps cards anymore. They're too... Well, I can't source booster boxes of Topps cards anymore. They're too rare. And so that's what makes me want to own one of those Charizards at this point. Because when the boxes disappear, the slabs disappear. All right. There it is. Be a good break. I wish my old lady cooked. I have been cooking for us for like 5 years. And she is dabbling a little bit with cooking now. Maybe she just feels like it. You know, maybe that's part of life. You get older and you want to try new things in life. But she's been cooking chicken skewers, and she's been doing a good job. Look at some of these recent cards. We got another Dark Slowking. That's a break. It's almost done. Did you guys see the breaks today? Let me show the breaks off. So that's in the title, Hot Breaks, right? Let me show the breaks off. Are you ready? Koro Mew, not really moving too fast. Maybe not as popular. This guy, the Dark Slowking, is almost done. 5 spots left. So he's close. You'd be surprised how fast he can move when Friday, Saturday comes around. Here is our Mew, Bubble Mew. Okay, 2 people in there. He's just started. Here is our Crown Umbreon, known as Crown Breon. And the Mega Break. You are running out of time to get into the Mega Break. There are only 2 spots left, and the Sublist has begun for spot 5. All right, because remember, if there's only 2 Sublists left, that's only 2 more chances to actually get a spot over here. Think about that. So if you played twice, that's only 2 more tries. All right. I keep buying them from you and from eBay. Oh, man, you're my competition. No, but it's all good. Yeah, I like the Topps cards. We got Dark Slowking. I buy them every now and then. I got this little die-cut Dratini, for example. He's pretty cool. I got this Mimikyu. I liked Mimikyu. I think this character will help sell it. Here's Master Ball Gengar. I just happen to like the Master Balls. Little Rocky Zapdos. Here's a little Lantern. Wonder how Bubble Mew would look in a tag slab. This is weird. The Zukon cards. I don't really know how to feel about Zukon cards. They're pretty strange. I've been in the hobby a long time, and they're pretty strange even to me. So here's a little... I like the Rayquaza. The Lugia looks okay, but the Rayquaza is kind of cool. So here are some Zukon cards. They're very simple, and I have no nostalgia for them. But they look all right. So let's set those over there as an experiment. Slowpoke. I like that this Slowpoke is the Play-Doh card, right? It's one of those clay cards. We've got Bulbasaur, very solid card overall. Here's our Espeon from Terra Festival. I think he actually, in some ways, looks better than the Crown Breon. Look at the flowers around him. Very beautiful card. Good colorations. Here is our card from Tammy. We did a trade. Tammy traded in this card. You guys can do that too. If you got some cards you don't want to have to sell it on eBay for cash and you want to be able to get in the breaks or something, it's a great way to do that. Maybe you got something in Slab away with me that's really expensive and you just want to pay it down. I accept cards as payment. Here's Gengar Master Ball. Here's Gengar from Merlin. You can actually pull these right now. We have it in the menu. It's called Merlin, Pokemon Merlin. Check it under Vintage Pokemon category. he is one of the pulls out of those sticker packs, holographic Gengar. And if he grades 10, it's like a $400 card, I think. So you could open up a sticker pack for whatever it is now, like $8, and pull, in theory, an $800 Gengar out. Here is Ancient Origins, Lugia. I'm glad I held on to that. So, and then here are the ones you guys just saw. Pretty cool, showing off some slabs. I could do this all day, just showing off slabs. I feel like a museum tour guide. Sylveon is top. Sylveon's pretty good. I think I like the Espeon and Umbreon the most. Sylveon's just a little too pink for me, but some people really like that. So, you know, they're gonna love the Sylveon design. The Reggies, I completed my Hidden Legend Reggies. You know, I wasn't really interested in these cards until we opened that booster box of Hidden Legends. Remember that? And after we did that, I was like, I gotta have these Reggies. So they're pretty fun. First time I ever really collected the Reggies. I could sell those together as a group. How cool is that? Make booster pack bundles. Nothing fun here, says Squid Pokemon. So Squid, you're saying make a booster pack bundle, which is like maybe like one of each of the Japanese packs. Is that what you're saying? You want one of each of the Japanese packs? Give me some advice on that. What are you talking about? All right, so we're going to hit refresh over here. I like the pink. Hi, Cody. Mister, you'll know when I have a job. I like the sound of that. NHCC says, jump me in that Suicune Sublist. You got it, yes. 2 chances left to get a spot over there. That's it, and then it's over. Like you used to when you started. Okay, so that is when we used to take one of each of the Japanese packs and put them together in a baggie and sold those as a group. I'm open-minded to that. I just got to set aside a time to do something like that. See, that would be like a job for Alexis to sit down and to create those. All I'd have to do is supply her with the case of each Japanese set, and then you would get a Japanese booster bundle. I think that would be very fun. I agree with you. Typically, though, my day is full enough that I don't have time to do that. Like I'm actually able to fill up the stream time with sales, and then, you know, we got our 2 streams and a Monster Hunter stream now, so I'm very time limited. But you know, when it comes to those Japanese packs, they're pretty affordable. So you can just buy like 10 of the Japanese packs of the same set. But you're saying you're more likely to buy them if you could have like a demo platter of one of each of those packs. I could see it. Yeah. It just requires more time. Like, so imagine that I spent a couple hours putting those together. That's just a couple hours we could have been live anyways. Maybe if we had so much trouble that nothing would sell, maybe we'd start working on that very soon. English bundles would be interesting. I think those would be pretty expensive. Casey Anthony would like to have a job at TCC. Casey Anthony is in the news, man. It's so weird. Casey Anthony in the news. Well, guys, it's 6:23. We've done our hour stream. I think now's probably a good time to wrap up. I've shown you guys the breaks. Today we showed off the OP11s. We opened a couple boxes of them, and we talked a lot about wood. I know you guys are very interested with wood. Before we go, maybe what we'll do now is we'll start a break on these EVs. So we got these EVs here. Been thinking about having an EV tag break. What do you guys think? A good idea, bad idea? She should be rotting in jail, says Wade. Yeah, for murdering her kid, right? That's, you know, it's murder. It is. All right. Okay, what are you talking about, dude? She's innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. It kind of shows you how our justice system isn't, like, immune to mistakes, right? We think that having, like, a jury means that our justice system will make no mistakes because we got a jury of, you know, like, whatever, 6, 12 people, and they're going to be so smart and get it right. But no, I don't think so. It makes you wonder how many times has a jury system gotten it wrong? What if you found out it was a lot? What if you found out like maybe like 10% of the time the jury is always wrong? Wouldn't that be crazy? Luigi will be set free. Nah, that guy's he's dead, dude. The rich and powerful will make an example of Luigi, in my opinion, because they don't want to be encouraging that. I think EV break would be a good idea. It's all cutesy breaks. Oh, cutesy breaks suck. Give me Charizard, man. Oops. Okay, so the Eevee break will have no star spots and have 6 spots total at $40 a piece. There will be 2 hits separate. Now, let's make it one big hit. One person will take both EV slabs. I think it's more fun if somebody gets both, don't you? Winner take all. Luigi is screwed. Yeah. That guy. Because people who are rich and powerful do not want that guy to be free or to be a inspiration to anyone else. No, sir. They will not allow that. They'll be like, that guy is so toast. I would not want to be him. He's probably going to get the death penalty. If he doesn't get the death penalty, he's going to life in prison. Probably like some horrible prison. They're going to put him in a bad prison. Here we are. Maybe mix him up with someone who might kill him. So they're going to hope he dies in prison. If Casey can be set free, then Luigi can be set free. Now, because Casey doesn't actually bother anybody. She doesn't bother the rich elite. She kind of stays out of their way. Luigi's got no chance, in my opinion. That guy is toast. Toast, I tell you. He's French toast, which is the most delicious kind of toast. Break the EVs. So EV is a new break on the table. I feel like this one could be canceled. The Koro Mew. There's just not enough interest being shown, but also there's 2 Mews. You can't have 2 Mews. That's too many Mews. So I think that we better cancel the Koro Mew. Actually, I put him back down here. Sorry, Mew. Koro Mew is getting canceled. Can't have 2 Mews at the same time. That was a poor choice. Marco Arboleta has $40. He was in there. Sorry, Marco. Marco was interested. You can move that over to the Bubble Mew if you'd like, Marco. So Eevee will replace the Bubble Mew. So now we've done it again. Eevee about to finish. Kim Kardashian will fight for Luigi. She's rich. He is pretty delicious. No, that was Marco's spot. That was a gift from NHCC. NHCC, would you like me to move it to any of these other spots? Bubble Mew, Slowking, Eevee, Umbreon, a spot in the Mega Sublist. Marco could also choose if you prefer for him to choose. All right, let's hit refresh. Kim is one of the most powerful lawyers in America. She will set Luigi free. Jump that in Bub. Okay, so Bubble Mew instead. Here it is. Which one is Bubble Mew? Here it is. So Bubble Mew is up to 3 now. That's good. 10 spots remain in the Bubble Mew. Back when we started the Bubble Mew break, it was actually really crazy. It would finish in like a couple of hours. So this tells me over time he's gotten more expensive, and that really hits the break on it. So I think one thing that really sells a good break is a price that impresses everybody. Oh, you get this cute little Pikachu too. How nice is that? He's going to be in the break, not necessarily with the Mew. All right. Teresa McHaney is in. She wants a Eevee spot. Here goes Teresa McHaney. Thank you, Teresa. Okay. NHCC wants in. Oops. All right, very good. Squid Pokemon wants in. Oh, shoot. I think people are attracted to the lower odds, the 1 in 6 odds. There you go. Let's see. Travis Noah wants a spot in the Bubble Mew. Did I say Noah? Nova. I think I said Nova the first time. This is ticking up to 4. That's good. So Bubble Mew is making a move. 9 spots left. Four Holo Shuffles. Let's get it. 4 Holo Shuffles. Damn, I spent every penny yesterday on all the slabs. It's a fun break, but you did good anyways. You got a lot of high-quality slabs there, Ivan. You got nothing to worry about. Here we are. You got nothing to worry about. You got a lot of high-quality slabs coming. You're really going to like it when they arrive. Doot, doot, doot. All right, you got some lovely holos here. Darkrai, for example. You did, Ivan. Ivan was grabbing all the good tag slabs. He really was. You got them at such a low price. In my opinion, they have nowhere to go but up in the next year or two. So if you're very patient, and you hold them for about 3 to 4 years, I would expect them to double in price, man. Because they can't stay that cheap forever. One day they're out of print. One day there's no more left to grade. And the market starts drying up. And that's when you see your prices jump. But it takes time because they're cheap now because they're so readily available. When they're no longer readily available, people will go, man, I wish I had that, you know, nice looking card. So that's kind of the nature of it. Oh, we already had a bag. I'm so silly. There we go. All right. All of those are completed. Andrew Martin says 1 mega spot. Yes. One last shot to get into this Neo break with the Suicune. One person's walking away with this $2,400 Neo Suicune First Edition Holographic CGC 10. Pretty impressive card. Probably going to be one of the best cards in your entire collection. Gavin Stewart says, get me into the Eevee Hero. I'm sorry, into the Eevee break. So used to saying Eevee Hero. Oops. Okay. That is up to 4. Oh, this music's really pretty. What the hell is this music? Walk Through the North Province Pokemon. Must have been one of the Pokemon games I didn't play. Uh-oh, did I miss? Here is Marco Arboleta jumping into the Eevee. Here you go, Marco. 1 spot left on the Eevee. I believe there is no one in queue as well. If you buy it, please call it out. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's sold. Don't try to buy it. It's sold. Wow, so a lot of interest in a very short break. What's interesting about this break is it could have just been a spot in the live custom. Technically, the way it's supposed to go, if a card is this cheap, the reason you don't see 1 in 6 breaks, that's supposed to be a live custom. It's supposed to go in the live custom box. But, you know, we're just doing it for fun. We took down the Korokoro Mew, and so we needed something to replace it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there it is. Arturo Perez made it in. Wow, 6 spots. I could almost just roll a dice, and that would be done, or a die. Here it is, but let's do it the official correct way. Custom booster packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. They released Between the Roommates That Survived the Murder in Idaho. What are you talking about? New Idaho 4 court documents released 9/11 calls and texts during murders. Oh, 911 call. We still live? It's Lord Chain. Yes, we are. It's 6:30. We're still live. 6 in the future. Sorry, it. Well, lucky. Look at this. I kept 1 more. So 6 has still got a shot to be in an Eevee break. I don't think I have a copy of the other Eevee, though, so that's the only problem. We got the main one, though, is this English Eevee. I mean, the English Eevee is very nice. Sui sub spots left? Yes, there are. You've got 6 spots left on the Suicune sublist break. And again, there's just 2 more rounds of the sublist, and that one's over. So you're almost out of time for that. All right, give me a number, guys. Oh, 6! Oh, no! They found DNA under the fingernails of the victim. Oof. That's scary stuff, man. Sometimes it's nice to not be a girl, because you don't worry about that stuff. When you're a dude, no one's going to do that to me, I'm pretty sure. Safe. Lord Chain says 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, Lord Chain. Now, the next round, here are the names. We all got these here. 6, I'm sorry we started that Eevee break. You might not have been watching. Might have glanced away and then all the spots sold like that. I should have made it 1 in 7 then, huh? Should have been 1 star spot. Oops. All right. 6 was going to copy you a spot but missed. I'm sorry, 6. 6, will you ever forgive me? Is that Pokemon Center Eevee? No, this is the standard Eevee from the Prismatic ETBs. If it was the Pokemon Center Eevee, it'd probably be like 300. Whew. I sent for the Suicune. Oh, wait. Oh, Arturo said the Suicune. There's still a spot, 6. 6, do you want in? Shall we save this for you? I'm sorry, Arturo. I misread that. Arturo's buying into the Mega Break, everybody. We need one more person in the EVs. My bad, dude. 3 here and 3 here. There it is. We need one more person. 6 says yes. All right, I'll wait for you to send that order in and write your name down and get the shuffle done. Here it is. Lovely. Okay, so you're making it in anyways. I hope you nab it. 6 is in. Oh, happy day. Setting for EV. Lol, joking. 6. 6 was going to copy a spot. Double EV. Both EVs go to one person. Your odds are 1 in 6. About the same as a dice roll. Fun to be in breaks, isn't it? It's more fun when you actually get the break. Because you know 1 in 6 is not like super easy. It's worse than a coin toss, right? But somebody pulls it. That's the fun part. Somebody gets it. Just don't know who. Okay. She is going to snag that for sure. Let's see if that order's in. He always wants 6 to win them. No, that's not true. I want anyone to win them. I just know 6 wants this one because she actually requested it to be turned into a break. My guess, you're right, Mr. Brandon. My guess is 6 will win. It is. Mr. Squid Pokemon, why don't you pick the number to split the cards, okay? You split the cards, Mr. Squid Pokemon. She'll abuse me. Squid Pokemon says no. All right, who wants to pick the number? 6 gonna win this. 5. Lord Chain says 5. He said 5 last time too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So 5 on this, and this is ready to go. We're just waiting for that order to arrive. We are waiting for a 6 order to arrive officially. That is a good number. Clicking on this. Gotta win this for Callie. Rip. 5 is 6th lucky number. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. My PayPal data tells me the last week was a very slow week. What's the worst number, chat? Single digit? She's still here? Is 6 still here? She might not have been at her computer. Haha, wait, that's good. Ugh. I hope you win, Marco, but I think 6 has it in the bag. Can I send for a spot in the Mega real quick? Oh, yeah, you guys can do that. Go for it. I don't mind. Can you send me money? Why, yes. Should I send a chat? She might be in the bathroom. She might have been eating a tart cherry. Next break, Gold Star Gyarados. That would be an interesting break, wouldn't it be? How would we do it? Well, I couldn't sell it for $20,000 because the PayPal fee alone would cost me to lose money if I sold it for $20,000. How much would the PayPal fee be? PayPal fee would be $600 all by itself. So I'd have to sell it for 20.6 just to break even. Actually, what did I actually buy this guy for? I don't remember. Wasn't it over 2,000? We are still just waiting for that order to arrive from 6. All right, let's see. Gold Star. Okay, he was officially 19.29. All right. So we would still need about $600 for the PayPal fee. That would bring it out to an even 20. And then let's say I did, I don't know, like a 25% profit margin on it, you know, which is not an unusual amount. What's 25% of 20,000? Isn't that like $5,000 or something? 2, 3. Oops. 2, 5. Yeah, $5,000. So we'd have to do $25,000 on this break. And then we would divide this by, let's say $40, right? 625 spots, huh? 625. Wow. That's a lot. 625 spots. Your odds would be 1 in 625. Okay. That would take a while, wouldn't it? So, Jack Woodworth going into the mega break. Good luck, Jack. Okay. That's filling up. Haha, Miss Six is here. And she has just purchased a spot in our break. There it is. I can confirm it's in. Time to decide who pulls an Eevee today. We got NHCC. Sorry, NHCC. Gavin Stewart. Sorry, Gavin. That's 6. Oh, she did get it. She totally got it. Wow. That's ridiculous. All right, well, you watched it. Wow, the curse. The gods have spoken. Here's Squid Pokemon. I'm sorry, Squid Pokemon. You were actually very close, Squid Pokemon. Here's Marco Arboleta. And there's Devout. And here's Teresa McHaney. And there we have it. All right, that is the end of the break. That's pretty funny. 6, I think some people were hoping you'd win just because you wanted it. All right. Somehow Palpatine returned. No way. All right. That is pretty good luck, huh? Throw this away. Pop this up here. Grab this. Ugh. All right. And I need some of these. That's 2 Eevees. Yeah, it's actually for 2 Eevees if you're watching 6. We will have another Eevee break like this in the future because I saved 1 slab of it. We could do one where it's the Eevee and the Brock's Vulpix. That'd be interesting because there's a Brock's Vulpix. Now the Sui sub. The Suicune Sublist is halfway full. Yeah, it's halfway full, so it's getting there. And then there will only be 1 spot left in the Mega. That'd be crazy. Wow. Something tells me you're going to like this. Look at that. Okay. I sense 3 Louis in the future. Oops. Kind of touched that, didn't I? All right. 6 gets a lot of rough rounds in these breaks, so it's nice to see her get one occasionally. Here's Kevin Vu, the Mega Sublist. Whoa. Doo-doo-doo. 4 spots left. I wonder if anyone will buy directly into the Suicune. I highly don't recommend that, though. That's $400. Definitely not worth it. Okay. Because if you miss, you are missing on 4 honeys. I'm glad came back. Lol, I was gaming. What are you playing, 6? How does the Mega Break work? So the Mega Break it's a $400 break, and there's 6 spots, just like the Eevee break we just did. However, most people don't want to spend $400. So we take this and we break that down further. So instead of $400, you can get in for $40, and you have a 1 in 10 odds to pull a Mega Break booster pack. So $400 buys you a Mega Break booster pack. $40 gives you a 1 in 10 odds to get a Mega Break booster pack. So it's a chance for a chance. That's how we describe it. So far, Sean Gallagher, Jonathan Morris, Bill Barron, and Kevin Vu have Mega Boosters. It's the Mega Break. 2 Mega Boosters are left. That list gives you a 1 in 10 odds for a Mega Booster. All right. When all the Mega Boosters are sold, all 6 of them, 1 person will pull this Suicune out, and it'll be nuts because it'll be a $40 flip into a $2,400 card, and that's pretty good. Not a lot of opportunities to do that kind of thing. I guess in Pokemon anyways. All right. It also means they are mega awesome. 6, I told you them you would be upset you wasn't here. Well, now you're going to catch a beating from Callie, homie. Only the person who pulls it gets to Mega Evolve. Yeah. Well, their PP-'s going to Mega Evolve, probably. All right, I had a great time with you guys. An hour and a half stream today. That's it for the daytime stream. We're going to be back on for the nighttime stream. I won't be missing it. We have one piece OP11 now, and so I need to be telling people about that. Here are all the new booster packs for this stream. EV3 and OP11. Battle Partners, and this is, of course, Oshinoko, Part 2. The Hobby Pack, Halo Pack, and this brand new Topps Finest, X-Men. So there it is. We got all kinds of new stuff. Lots of breaks. The EV break is over. Did you guys notice how fast that EV break filled? It filled really fast. And these have been going a little bit, well, these 3 here have been going a little bit slower. So I think what's going on here is that, you know, when a really popular break comes out, it just moves a little bit faster. And but, you know, I'm not supposed to be doing those 1 in 6 odd breaks. Whatever I put up here should be about at least a little over 300. You know, so 3.6 is a good number. 360 is a good number, right? Minimum. So because if it's that cheap, it should just go into the live customs, really. But anyways, we'll come back with another break for tonight. We'll do a replacement break for whatever that EV was. All right, see you later. See you tonight.